Back again. This time we're looking at top picks for game week 13. And as always, everything here is focused on the next 3 game weeks. I'll be giving you 2 options for every position, one based on Fantasy Football Hub's predicted points and one based on my own analysis from stats, form and fixtures. The goal is simple, to find the best players for the next 3 game weeks and beyond. Alright, let's get into it. So first off, we're starting with defenders, and Fantasy Football Hub have picked Matheus Nunes. Nunes has Leeds at home, Fulham away and then Sunderland at home. Across those fixtures, he's predicted 14.8 points, which is the highest of any defender over the next 3 game weeks. All 3 of those teams average just above 1 goal per game, and Sunderland specifically sit at 0.84 expected goals per 90. And when you add to the fact that Leeds and Fulham are both struggling near the bottom of the table, it's 3 perfect fixtures for a defender to not only get set pieces but potential attacking returns as well. Nunes has 1 goal and 2 assists, playing from right back with an expected goal involvement of 0.10 per 90. The obvious downside is Pep Roulette, and we're moving into the period where rotation becomes pretty brutal, especially when it comes to Pep and Man City. But Nunes has played 90 minutes in 7 straight matches, which suggests he has that right back slot pretty much sewn up. When you look at the Man City squad, you've got Ruben Diaz. He's more of a lock. You can definitely pick him if you want guaranteed starts. Ruben Diaz is always going to start, and he's only 5.5 million, so just 0.2 million more. You've obviously got O'Reilly as well, who plays left back for City, but you do have Aiton Ori coming back. He could play in Europe this midweek. After that, who's going to take Nunes' spot? I can't really see anybody. Rico Lewis hasn't played since game week 3, where he played maximum of 5 minutes. Before that, he played 90 minutes against Tottenham and 65 minutes against Wolves, and he has not played since. Kusanov seems to be the only player that could potentially take Nunes' spot, and again, he has not played since game week 5 against Arsenal, where he played 45 minutes. So there really isn't anybody to take Nunes' spot. Yes, he could face some rotation, but with Leeds at home, Fulham away, Sunderland at home, if you do want to take the risk with Nunes, yeah, he could be a great pick. He's only 1% owned, manages to average 7 DEFCON per 90, so there's potential of DEFCON contributions there as well, although he has only got it once this season. But yeah, as I said, 1% owned, real differential, great fixtures coming up. Leeds at home, Fulham away, Sunderland at home. And then after that, he's also got Crystal Palace away and then West Ham at home in game week 17. So to get a piece of that City defence at just 5.3 million and an attacking fullback who has got 1 goal and 2 assists so far, could be a great pick. But my pick is going to be Daniel Munoz. Munoz has United at home, Burnley away and then Fulham away. And what makes him stand out is simple. He is absolutely nailed. He has played every single minute this season, and to give context of how undroppable he is, after the man of the match of performance in the FA Cup final last season against City, he wasn't rested. 3 days later, he started again against Wolves. So it just goes to show, doesn't matter how much effort he puts in, he gets the man of match performance, wins the FA Cup. 3 days later, he's playing at home to Wolves, and again plays the full 90, doesn't even get taken off. So this guy just does not get dropped. He's pivotal to the way Palace play, and as you've seen in game week 12, can get a goal as well. Defensively, Palace sit at 1.24 expected goals conceded per 90, so they are a pretty solid team when it comes to clean sheets. They've now got 3 clean sheets in a row, with 6 clean sheets in the 12 games so far. So half of the games they've managed to get a clean sheet. Munoz has predicted 14.3 points over the next 3 game weeks and already has 2 goals and 3 assists, including 1 against Wolves last time out, as I've already mentioned. Both are great picks. If you want guaranteed minutes and consistent returns, it's Munoz. If you want the higher ceiling and a huge differential, as I said, only 1% owned, then Nunes is the risk reward option. If he plays all 3, and it's a big if, the potentials could be really good. Alright, moving on to midfielders, and Fantasy Football Hub have picked Mbeumo. Mbeumo has Palace away, West Ham at home, and then Wolves away. He's predicted 16.7 points, which makes him the 4th highest midfielder behind Salah, Saka, and his own teammate in Bruno. He has 5 goals and 1 assist, and he's become United's main threat since they turned the corner. He pretty much plays the full 90 most matches. I think he's only been subbed once this season. His expected goal involvement sits at 0.6, which is the highest in the whole United squad. He averages 1.3 shots on target per 90, so always getting a shot off in front of goal, getting it on target, testing the keeper, and that's why he's got 5 goals already. His ownership is 36.3%, and obviously that makes sense. He's Man United's best attacking threat, and at the time of the recording, he's just about to play Everton at home, so I wouldn't be surprised if he got another goal or an assist in this game. And obviously, going back to the fixtures, West Ham and Wolves, they're struggling, and before that, Palace away. And as a Palace fan, I know all too well about Mbeumo. Mbeumo tends to score against Palace, but hopefully Game Week 13 isn't one where he does it, but it wouldn't surprise me if he got one. Alright, so my pick in midfield is going to be Phil Foden. He is definitely one that I'm considering if I free hit this week. But if you look at his fixtures, as I mentioned with Núñez, he's got Leeds at home, Fulham away, Sunderland at home. He hasn't delivered big returns yet. He just got 1 goal and 1 assist, but performances do tell a different story. He should have scored against Newcastle, and he should have got a penalty against Newcastle as well, which would have got him an assist had Haaland put it away. So it just goes to show Foden's getting in the right positions, just needs luck to turn for him, and I reckon he's going to get some double-digit hauls in the near future. His non-penalty expected goal involvement is 0.4, and he's predicted 15.8 points over the next 3 game weeks, with ownership at just 4.7%. He's of course a strong differential, assuming Pep keeps him on the pitch. But if you look at his minutes played, against Newcastle he played 86 minutes, Liverpool 90 minutes, Bournemouth 89 minutes, Aston Villa, Everton, Brentford, Burnley all 90 minutes. So he hasn't actually been dropped or taken off early since game week 5, where he was taken off after 67 minutes against Arsenal. So after that he played pretty much full 90 minutes. It looks like Pep trusts him now as his number 8/10, and yeah, 3 great fixtures coming up, along with, again as I mentioned, the Crystal Palace away, West Ham at home in game week 17. So yeah, a long run of fixtures where you could potentially pick up points with Phil Foden. Alright, so moving on to the forwards, and Fantasy Football Hub have got Mateta. Mateta faces United at home, Burnley away, and Fulham away. He's predicted 17 points, the 2nd highest forward behind Haaland. Crystal Palace sit 4th in the league for expected goals, averaging 1.76 per match. He should have scored against Wolves. He went clean through on goal, but took a bad second touch, and put it wide of the keeper's post. Pretty unforgivable, to be honest, considering he was through on goal. You can't ask for a better chance than that, but I keep saying his confidence looked low. He is missing a lot of chances, and really it's really frustrating because Palace are creating a number of chances for him. You'd expect him to put some of those away, but he's just not. Yet he's still got 6 goals. He is on penalties. I believe he's taken 2 penalties this season in the league and scored them. Missed one in the Conference League. So yeah, he's still getting the chances. I'd rather a striker who's getting the chances than someone who's struggling to get chances and might be overperforming his expected goals. I'd rather someone who's underperforming, because you'd likely think eventually once he gets 1 or 2, his confidence will be high, and that's when he'll start to put away those chances that his teammates are creating for him. And finally, my forward pick is going to be Thiago. Thiago fixtures are Burnley at home, Arsenal away, and Spurs away. So clearly the Arsenal away game isn't the easiest fixture, but he's predicted 14.5 points. He now has 9 goals and it's 6.4 million. He is probably the best value striker in the game. His underlying numbers are 0.7 expected goal involvement per 90, 1.33 big chances per game. Brentford are creating a number of chances for him. He's putting them away. 9 goals already. I've chosen these 2 players, I believe now, for the 3rd week in a row. I just can't see outside of these two who is better. Now, of course, there's Haaland. I don't even need to speak about him. Everybody should pretty much have him in their team. But outside of Haaland, it's just these two. There is nobody else to pick from. And to put that into perspective, and just to show the weakness up front right now, Fantasy Football have Raul Jimenez as the third striker over the next 3 game weeks to score the highest points. He has Spurs away, City at home, and then Palace at home. I just can't see how he's going to get points in pretty much any of those fixtures. I could be wrong, but he's not prolific, and he's got 2 difficult games with Spurs away and then City at home, and then Palace at home is not easy either. Palace have managed to beat Fulham, I believe, 2 or 3 times in the last couple of seasons, including the FA Cup quarterfinals where we knocked them out. Yeah, not fixtures you would expect too many returns from, yet he's third out of all the strikers in the league over the next 3 game weeks. So yeah, Thiago, Mateta, those are your 2 best picks outside of Haaland. Fixtures are okay. Thiago has Burnley at home, which is a great fixture. I wouldn't say Tottenham away is too difficult with how Brentford are playing. And then after Tottenham away, they've got Leeds at home and Wolves away. So yeah, you can target Burnley at home. You don't have to play them against Arsenal. But then after that, game week 15 onwards, you've got 3 good fixtures where Thiago can pick up where he left off from against Burnley. And yeah, I expect him to get double figures before game week 17, that's for sure. And that's my top picks for game week 12. Let me know your defender, midfielder and striker choices in the comments. I'll always check and reply. If this helped, feel free to like, comment and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode of Fantasy Focus and Team Selection. Let's push for a strong game week 13. As always, green arrows, and I'll see you in the next one.